Welcome to Impact Me podcast. And today I would love for you to center down and go into a very exciting topic about wealth mantra for overflowing money. So for the last couple of weeks, I've been working on reflections and, doing the finances calculations and just taking over and looking at my own money game this year, this 2021 year. And it came to me surprisingly that I was, from the last episode, I was having extra 3,000 for holiday. So like literally it looks like you found randomly a $20 note inside of your pocket. So that was how I felt when I found that $3,000. And, it's secret because I didn't, calculate and decide to set aside that number. I just randomly put it in the envelope. And at the end, I open it up. It's like opening up my Santa Claus gifts. And then that was the money that was extra. Like I paid everything. I paid for my tuition. I've done my investment for next year. I've done all of the expenses that I need to pay my salary, pay all of everything that I need to pay for, government and all of that. And still, I have overflowing saving. Like it's a lot of saving. And I have 3,000 extra. It's like that feeling is so exciting. And over the holiday, that one thing that was funny for me was I kept, trying to use those money, but I couldn't use them all. And at the end, I even have additional cash on the sides, and that come from people wanting to pay me back, that come from people gifting me. I even lost one time I was going to the park. I even lost the tickets, and the value of the ticket was about $150. And I think that, oh my gosh, like people can just use a ticket and go to the entrance because that was like a family ticket, and there's no name, no photo. So basically, anyone who pick up that ticket can use it. And I was nearly losing hope, and I asked a lot of staff in the park, but no one said that they have seen that. And suddenly I realized I was talking to the manager, and I randomly saw him on the way back. I asked, have you by any chance seen the ticket or anyone have handed it back? Like I really trust in humanity, and if it's lost, it lost, and I don't mind. But I was like just trying my last hope. And you know what he said? He said, I found it and I'm gonna give it back to you. And I was so happy. And there was the proven of when you are in this overflowing sort of abundance, everything is just amplified. Everything is just coming back to you. Like money, when you spend out, it's come back literally again. And I keep receiving like payment from my students over the holiday. I wasn't online. I didn't launch anything. I didn't sell anything. And it was overflowing. And not to mention the last month of last year, I make well over 50K plus, like more than that, but let's just put it that way. So how can we have this overflowing mantra? Oh, I would love to introduce you to one of the mantra, because when I look at my wallpaper, like I have a sticky notes where I write like mantra and affirmations, and that was one of the mantra that create this reality. And I'm so excited to share with you this mantra. So here we go. A little bit about the story of the mantra. Back in last year, you already know the story. Last year, I was nearly come back to zero, even when I was earning my first six-figure year. And I decided that I am going to have a better reserve in my bank. And that reserve means that it's not like a saving, but it is a bare minimum that I always see available in my bank account. I don't have to always save that money, but if I spend anything from that money, then that money would come back to me. So that basically the point of that. So back at Q2 last year, I was nearly back to that round. Like I was still below that level. It was 10K that I set to be as a reserve. And I was asking my coach, oh my gosh, like I don't know why it's still below that point, and I want something to be different here. And she advised me two things. And the first thing she advised me to is to raise the minimum standard in my bank account. It's funny, right? Like, it's funny how when it is hard for me to sell something, what advice that I got was to raise the rate. When I was like struggling to save or like setting aside that bare minimum of 10K, she advised me to raise it to 20K. So I put it down, like I'm only available for 20K reserve in my bank account. So remember, reserve is not saving. I don't save that. I don't just save it to feel safe. I just wanted to see that 20K still floating inside and outside. And I know that if I need to use that, I have that available right away. So I put it down. And then one thing that she also advised me was to have a mantra, and that mantra came so aligned with the feeling that I wanted to create. And that mantra is, and write it down, my reserve is always replenished. My reserve is always replenished. So to anyone who was not familiar with English, it means that my reserve is always overflowing. Replenish means overflowing. So my reserve is always replenished. And also I have put in additional notes for myself. I have more money than what I know what to do with it. I have more money than what I know what to do with it. I have more money than what I know what to do with it. And that was truly the state of being that I want to see. Like, I have extra money than even I don't need to spend it on. I don't need to use it, but I have the extra money that I don't even know what to do with it. And I have so much money that I don't even know what to spend on, what to buy, and how to use it, you know? And when I was writing that down, it was like, my heart feels so excited. My heart feels so expansive. I know it's meant for me. And I keep repeating that mantra. I keep looking at that note. I put the sticky note onto my board. It's right inside my hand right now. And oh my gosh, December 2021, that became the reality. Like, I literally was spending on my holiday, you know, buying food and, you know, going into park and donations, giving away. And I still have so much more cash around me right now that I don't even know what to do with it, that I don't even know what to spend on. And there are two things that are happening here for you to realize this. The first thing is, I became a new version of who I am. And this version, this new version, the self-empower, is no dependency on anything. Doesn't need food, doesn't need clothes, doesn't need fancy dining, doesn't need fancy travel to feel fulfilled. Basically, if I want to feel fulfilled right now, it is so easy. I can just sit on my meditations, and that is like $20 meditation mat. And I can just, you know, meditate and envision using my magnetic meditation morning and night. I just envision. And that is going to, you know, blow my mind, feeling so fulfilled, filling my cup. I don't need to eat out. I don't need to buy stuff. I don't need designer bags. I mean, I bought a handbag over the holiday season for myself, and it was just a Michael Kors, and it was on sales from like $690 back to, I think it was $300, and it's Australian dollars. And so this is for you to really, really see that I don't need to have $6,000 to buy, you know, a LV, Louis Vuitton, a Burberry. I don't need to buy that fancy clothes to feel good about myself. I don't need to go out and go into clubbing and you spend regularly on alcohol. I don't even drink alcohol right now to boost my energy. That saves so much money, doesn't need it. Like, this is the first thing I want to put it out there. This is how I have, you know, 3,000 extra. I don't even know how to spend it all on, because I don't have those dependent obsessions and cravings. This is one of the wonderful things when you embody your next version. You upgrade your internal world. Overflowing comes because you don't need that external buying to an external purchase to feel good about yourself. Like, a lot of people get addicted to shopping, addicted to buying stuff because they need that rush of adrenaline. They need that boost of feel good moment. When they buy something, they feel good. And so if you buy $100, you feel good. Then next day, $100 is known for your body. Then you have to increase it to 150. And then the next day, and before long, you realize that you have to spend 1,000 before you actually can feel good about yourself. I didn't have to spend 1,000 to feel good about myself. I didn't have to buy those clothes to feel beautiful. I didn't have to buy those fancy things to feel like I am rich. I know I'm rich inside. I'm rich with love. I'm so much loved and I receive so much love, and I'm such a rich person in that sense. And I feel good about that. So this is how that money is so much overflowing for me. I don't need much. And if I want to spend, I can. If I want to spend more, I can. If I want to have more, I can make more. And that is the true safety. That is the true feeling of this overflowing. Like if I want tomorrow, if I feel like I wanted to buy a new car, if I feel like I wanted to buy a beautiful dresses that I really, really love, that really excites me, that really bring me that energy of beautiful, and I truly treasure that art, I can. That is true feeling of freedom. I mean, oh my gosh, this is true freedom, right? Like the first freedom is you don't have to be dependent on other stuff to feel good about yourself, to feel safe and to feel excited. And the second thing is if you want to, and if that is what inspires you, then you can have the ability to do it. Oh, this is beautiful. Gosh, I want you guys to live in this space with me. So that is the first point that I want to put out there. And the second point is how does that mantra actually work for me? When I put it down, my reserve is always replenished. I don't put in like any capacity or any minimum, like no number, no figure. Sometimes people are very addicted to figure and they are so masculine based. They are just holding on, so controlling, and whatever figure put it out there, 5K, 10K, 23, 30K, they would do everything to make it happen. And that is not the vibe. That is not the energy that I want you to go about it. So by me putting down the mantra, my reserve is always replenished. I remember that whatever I need, even if I wanted to spend more than what I usually spend, then the money that comes back to refill my bank is going to go really, really quickly. And this is how in November, I decided to invest 30K in one of the new mentors. So that was just one of the mentors that I invested in. And immediately I make 63,000 bucks. So, I mean, that is just how it is right now. If I use that money from my reserve, then that money flow would come back to me right away. And I want you to start picturing what will feel like when your reserve is full, and when you invest that money out, how do you feel when that money will come right back towards you, right? And this is the in and out. This is the sending out, the wishes and receiving. And a lot of people get stuck with receiving. A lot of people get stuck with allowing this money to come back. They get good at spending, but they are not good at allowing themselves to receive that back. For me, any investment that I put it out there, I'm so excited because that means that those money, 30,000 is coming back to me. Like feel the excitement of the money coming back towards you, not the pain and not the frustration or not the stuckness of the money coming out of you. Money doesn't come out of you. Money have to come in and out all the time. It's just like a flow of money. And start feeling it, start picturing it. Like even tomorrow, even today, you spend $10. Picture how exciting that $10 come back to you. You spend $100 on a new program. Picture how that $100 coming back to you in tenfold, right? And this is the state of receiving. And a lot of people are good at declaring the vision, but they are not good at receiving. And if money doesn't come back to you, you have a lot of meaning. You have a lot of money wounds that around money right now, and you have to work on it. So that is the two things that I want to share additional besides the mantra. The mantra is very exciting. I would love for you guys to start using this mantra, writing it down, mentoring it, recite it, and you can alter it to the affirmation that actually work for you. But this is the mantra that really create the overflowing of money. It was just so much money. I don't even know what to spend on and give away to, and use it for. That is the beauty state of being to live in overflowing. Now, you have learned over this series the mindset, the tool, and the actions. You have learned from me how to shift out. You also learned from me to the affirmations, the cherry on the cake. So affirmation works with belief system, tool work with actions, and mindset work before you take any action. But in Dare to Dream, I teach people to build their own affirmation depending on their belief state and background. So I don't give away just affirmation one and then you guys can apply and have and make it work right away. Sometimes you need different set of affirmation to work at your own belief system. Affirmation are powerful, period. However, a lot of people are using affirmation in the wrong way. So you keep like mantering or reciting affirmations from multimillionaires where whenever they speak it, they feel it in their body, but you don't. And this is how affirmation doesn't work for you, because you haven't really embodied that, or you haven't trust that. Like your belief system is screaming inside of you like, hey, I don't even trust this, right? Affirmation, it has to work only when your belief system accept it and when your belief system welcome it. So how do you know what set of affirmation is good for your belief system right now? Where is your belief system state? There are 3 stages of affirmation building. There is widen perspective, strengthen point of view, and lock in perception, 3P. But where are you in that? Which kind of affirmation is good for you? So in the Dare to Dream, I actually dedicated a whole models on belief system. And in that one, I give the secrets to build your own affirmation. And oh my gosh, my students have been using this technique to build their own affirmation. They record their own affirmation. They record it every single month. They record it every single week, because a different week you grow in different states. And they have seen significant change and shift inside of their reality. One of them just complete last quarter at 23K. One of them have made their first 10K month. Woohoo! Congratulations. Because she's signing up for Dare to Dream last round and Limitless to really working on her 6-figure year. So her first 10K month mean that she is now entering that league of 6-figure. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for her. One of my students also moving from earning barely nothing into overflowing. Like she just hit her first overflowing of 10K this quarter, and like she invested in my next program, and she still have that money aside. Another client of mine is complete their first 50K month. Gosh, each affirmations are dedicated for each period of your belief system, the state of your belief system. And when do you know how to use that? How can you build the affirmation to really strengthen the belief? Or is it affirmation that have to widen your perspective? There are 3 stages of that. So I teach that in Dare to Dream. And just want you guys to know, Dare to Dream is going to come back by March 2022. So right now I'm uploading for application already, and I know whenever I launch that stream, it is sold out. I haven't launched it to public, and this year it's going to be big expansion for Dare to Dream. So I want you guys who are listening to this one, who have known me, who are doing this work for far too long, to really use this opportunity and get on the first seats of my existing grades, and also you get in with additional wonderful bonuses. So if you wanted to get into Dare to Dream, go to bit.ly/Dare to Dream 2022. So it is bit.ly/DARE2 number 2 DREAM22. So bit.ly/Dare to Dream 22. Number 2, Dare to 2 is the number 2. Anyway, it's in the show note. You can DM me for the application link, or you can go to any show notes. And the best way to go is search for Impact Me Podcast Buzzsprout on Google, and will see the whole link of all of my episodes, and in the show notes, they are all the links available. So grab the seats, go apply for it. DM me if you want to get the link. And yeah, Dance Dream is a wonderful place to not just change your mindset, it's also shifting your belief system. Allow yourself to see what is blocking you to manifest that goal that you really, really want. And we work with real stuff in there. I mean, it's so good. Have a wonderful time. I hope this mantra is be with you. And if you have amazing success with it, go DM me back when you have that overflowing state. I would love to hear from you. And always share the series, like tag me on Instagram story. I would love to see more people reaching to this state of wealth. And I love you guys, and see you again in the next episode.